Welcome back into Vinny and the Jets, guys. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Today's video has nothing to do with the New York Jets. We're just going to preview this weekend's divisional round playoffs. We got 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. I'm going to tell you who I like straight up and who I like versus the point spread if you're putting any money on any of the games this weekend. Just a little bit of background with last week with Wild Card Weekend. I was perfect, 6-0 straight up on all the games this past weekend, which was phenomenal. As far as the point spread goes, I finished 500. I went 3-3. So let's get into it. Saturday afternoon, we open up at 4:30 with the Cincinnati Bengals visiting the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee is favored by 4 points. I think this is where the end of the road comes for Cincinnati. I think they had an awesome season with Zach Taylor and Joe Burrow. I think we're going to see one day that Jamar Chase will be the absolute best receiver in this league. That being said, I think it's going to be too much to handle going into a hostile environment. Tennessee's actually gone out of their way to make sure that they can't sell any tickets to any outside fans from Cincinnati up until the point of 24 hours prior to kickoff. So a true home field advantage. Expect a sea of blue. And another big-time factor that not too many people are talking about, King Henry is going to be back in town, and I fully expect him to just be unleashed. That being said, I feel totally comfortable laying the 4 points. I expect Tennessee to host the AFC title game next week. I would definitely bet Tennessee with a final score 27-21. Let's move on to tomorrow night's game between the San Francisco 49ers, who came through for me last week on my upset special on the Dallas Cowboys. They were the only underdog last week that came through and won on the field. I'm so grateful for that. They're going to be visiting the number 1 seeded Green Bay Packers at the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Green Bay is favored by 5.5 points, and I think Aaron Rodgers is by far and away the league MVP this year. I just found out earlier today that Nick Bosa cleared concussion protocol. That should help the 49ers defense big time, but Jimmy Garoppolo is hobbled from last week's game. He came through big when the moment was there, but this, once again, for them as well, unfortunately, their season is going to come to an end. Amazing run, though. Amazing run, especially if this is going to be Jimmy G's last game in a 49ers uniform. But again, I fully expect the NFC title game to be held in Lambeau Field next week. Expect the Packers to win. Expect the Packers to win big. I can't expect the 49ers to do too much. They're expecting very frigid conditions there next weekend. So I look for the Packers to win this game comfortably, 34-20. Book that. So let's move on to Sunday's game. Sunday, the games start at 3 o'clock. The first one is the Los Angeles Rams are going to be visiting Tom Brady and company in Tampa. Tampa's actually favored by 2.5 points. Tampa is got a couple injuries they got to deal with. Godwin's done for the year. AB is God knows where. He's off the team. Gronk is hobbled. Brady's 44 years old. But hey, like I said, Brady is Brady, and I don't like to bet against the GOAT. I don't think he's winning another Super Bowl this year, and there's already rumors circulating that he might actually retire if something were to happen and their season comes to an end. However, in my honest opinion, I don't see the season coming to an end on Sunday. Tampa's at home. That should help them versus the Rams, especially if they can control Aaron Donald and that defensive line and give Brady the time he needs to move the ball around. So I expect this one to be tight, but I feel comfortable taking Tom Brady. He never lets me down when I expect him to win. So take Tampa in a close one, right down to the wire. I think it'll come down to who makes the first mistake. But I think Tampa wins this one 27-24, and they cover. Final game and the best game of the weekend by far. My opinion, it's the true AFC Championship game, because whoever wins this game I think represents the AFC in the Super Bowl. We got the high-flying Buffalo Bills visiting the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City is favored by 2, and the game is going to be in Arrowhead, which is an absolute pit to play in. Josh Allen, I think, has been just unbelievably on fire. I mean, he just decimated the New England Patriots. I was totally wrong, thinking the Pats were going to keep it close. I mean, they punished them last week, steamrolled them, and just made it a point that they wanted to embarrass them after losing the game, and Mac Jones was only able to complete 3 completions and win the game. So expect them to come out hungry. Expect the Bills to come out with blood in their eyes. Expect them to come out for a fight, because all they have is that memory of losing the AFC title game the last time they were in there for a playoff game in Arrowhead. However, but that being said, I think Andy Reid is the best play caller in the league. I think Mahomes is one of the greatest quarterbacks I've ever seen. He's going to have all his weapons at his disposal, as well as the home crowd to back him up. So this one is going to be another tight one, but I feel more comfortable giving it to Patrick Mahomes and company, and I like Kansas City to win this game at home, 35-32. I took 4 favorites, and I rarely do that because people will tell you that know me, I'm a sucker for underdogs. But I like all the favorites this weekend. We'll see how it shakes out. If you like what I'm saying, hey, leave a comment. If you disagree, leave a comment and tell me why. If you're going to be playing this weekend, best of luck to you. Let me know how it works out. Remember what I said, though, last week I was 6-0 straight up. So let's see how it plays out. I'll talk to you next time. Do me a favor, like this video when you get a chance. Share the video if you can. I'm 10 subscribers away from hitting 100. And even if it's just so much as hitting a like, it always helps with the algorithm and allows me to put out more NFL content for those of you out there that enjoy it. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a good night.